Please, y'all wait right there. Let's clear some of this traffic. All right, y'all wait. And here we go. Go ahead.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Go ahead.
Grooving.
All right, let's go. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Do y'all like his new haircut?
Yes.
Do you? Okay, it looks pretty good. Do your homework in the crosswalk, please. In the crosswalk. Y'all have a good afternoon. I was not trained to be a traffic cop, but I actually have enjoyed doing that. I get a kick out of it. And you know, it's one last chance as the kids pass me for the day. That's the last time they're going to see me for that day. I say goodbye to them and I remind them, do your homework.
Mr. Wheat, while also directing traffic, was the only principal at the UIL finals.
He is the first principal that came to one of my swim meets, and that just made my day.
And having that administrative support is really important.
I know that it helps the students too. You know, the swimmers will, look, there's Mr. Wheat, he's here. Yeah, I know, so you better do your best.
So him getting out there directing traffic doesn't surprise me. It's that getting your hands dirty and being a part of the team.
I'm a strong teacher supporter. What is it you need me to buy? What is it you need? Where do you need me to send you? What professional development do you need?
You'll cut these strips so that they form a window.
And the best professional development that we do is the professional development that our own teachers give to each other.
You're just going to trust somebody who's in the trenches and in the trenches at your school.
It's not coming from someone who wrote a book on pedagogical methods. It's coming from someone who used it maybe just last week.
Foldables give them a chance to be individualistic. They're actually doing more learning that way because they're writing more words out, and finding a glossary is more accessible if they can just flip through a foldable and say, hey, this word is parallel, that's what Miss Obie said, and parallel means the lines are equal. I know that makes sense because I wrote it.
We could put the Greek gods here and then put what they were over underneath.
And everyone here is better at teaching because we're sharing our ideas, what works in our classroom.
Extremely high levels of engagement and extremely high levels of credibility with our faculty.
And you'll have an outside window that can be a vocabulary word.
It's one of the very first things you have to have a high-functioning team is trust.
Mr. Wheat, knows that everybody he's hired is really good at doing what they do.
There's the idea that we were hired because we know what we're doing, and so let's let them do their job.
And kind of saying, okay, you're the expert in your field, I'm going to give you the tools that you need and you go with it.
My philosophy is to hire the very best people that we can, empower them to do their jobs, and then hold them accountable. Because a teacher can be teaching away all day long, but if the kids aren't learning it, what's the point? So that's why when I do observations, I want to hear from the kids to see what value they place on the learning. Has it been communicated to them why this is important? Is this challenging you? Why is this important that you learn about these outer planets? Why is it important?
If you ever want to become a scientist and you want to succeed, you have to learn all your planets and all your outer planet facts.
After observations and walkthroughs, we certainly follow up with reflective conversations. What do you think went well with that, with both that lesson and the whole unit? And so when I can ask questions that cause them to reflect on their own practice, on their own strategies, so that they discover a new and better way to teach the same skill, the retention rate of that for teachers is going to be far longer lasting than if I just come in and preach and say this is how that skill should have been taught.
Okay, let's play this.
It is one of our core values to educate the whole child. We are not interested in having a tax factory.
We understand that the test is important, we know that the test is a reality, but I don't think that that's what we're driven by. I think we're really more driven by the fact that we need to prepare these kids for careers or college and learning to really think critically and analytically.
To me, rigor is not about quantity of homework. To me, rigor is about the depth of thinking that is required, the complexity of the assignment, and we believe we have to be challenging our kids here at Johnston so that they can be successful in high school and then be successful in college.
At Johnston, rigor is one of the most important things to what we do in the classroom every day, not just in my class, but in any class as you walk down the hall.
Johnston Middle School is a good school because of the teachers. They really put in 100%.
And they push you a lot to do as best you can do.
But it doesn't mean that academic achievement has to come at the expense of a great performing and visual arts program, or at the expense of a great athletic program. Actually, we see it just the opposite, that having a participatory culture here at the school actually helps raise expectations campus-wide, and it actually supports academic achievement in our classrooms.
I think it's kind of a unique environment from other middle schools because it focuses so much on not just the arts or not just the academics. It really incorporates both.
I believe our success getting to exemplary, getting the blue ribbon, can be attributed to having very, very talented, passionate teachers who believe in our mission, and our mission is high levels of learning for all of our students.